This is a strong message to the Gangstalkerz and the true supporters. I feel like that's the yin and the yang. For you Gangstalkerz, I'm gonna tell you like this. I understand that's something that's not gonna stop, but none of you will make me feel uncomfortable. None of you will make me move or do anything until I'm ready. Let's get that understood. Because I've been noticing a lot of things been hiding over these past days, possibly even months to weeks, where people trying to put pressure on me, these gang stalkers. That's how I feel. I don't bother people. I stay in my own zone. I stay in my own lane. Even as going through this hard time as I'm going through, I notice the continuation of every time I turn the corner, 3, 4 cars, this, that, and the third. Everything is not a coincidence. Because you're not going to do anything. You're not going to come and confront me. You're not going to say nothing but ride around in circles. You know what I'm saying? Chinky-eyed, regular eyes, whatever color you are. Because I'm not talking to one specific group or racial group. What I see is a multitude of different faces, different races, etc. There's not a certain look to a gang stalker or people that get in groups to bother people. I could make content about this all the time, but I'm trying to straighten things out in my life, and I notice every time I turn around, I'm running into stumbling blocks. Every time I feel like I know I got an opportunity going, there's always some weird things going on. I'm not going to stop being who I am. I'm not going to stop what I stand for. And that's for righteous. It's a lot of evil doers that live off of hate and live off lies. And those are the ones that's running around. Evil spirits is really what it is, jumping into people. They still gang stalking. Can't even sit here and not complies and all that. I feel like there's so many distractions in so many different ways. For the true supporters, it's like, I'm really talking to the ones that really genuinely, appreciate this content. Like I said, I just need you to share more of these videos, get the subscriptions up, and if you could possibly donate to the channel, it will be, appreciated. I feel like I have to bag in these hard times. There's a lot going on, and I'm not mad if a person can't do that, but at least like, comment, subscribe, do any of those or all of them. It's appreciated at this time. But I'm so sick and tired of people feel like they're gonna bully somebody or make a person feel uncomfortable. I broke it down, description, because I wanted to be clear that I'm not talking about one group of people. Because I understand that these people come together to stalk people and to do certain things. They may look like me, they may not look like me, like I've stated before. Like I said, I'm not here trying to be some tough guy or trying to say certain things can't happen to me or this and that. But I'd rather for a person, if you don't like me, stay your distance or do something about it or approach me or something. I'd rather you not. But if you're just going to be a coward running around and trying to look at somebody and thinking that because you're in your little groups and your little in circles or mad because, certain individuals like me don't want to be a part of it, don't need your acceptance, don't need your little secret things you got going on behind closed doors. At the end of the day, like I said, man, no matter what, I'm going to continue to stand what I stand for. I'm going to stand for something, therefore I'm not going to fall for anything. I already know they be knowing where people live at. They be knowing if you're working, where you work at. They try to You know, they study your location habits, like where you go or where you hang out at, and just continuously try to bother you and drive over on you and look you in your face. Like it's just some weirdo type thing. But I have to always have an understanding that it's bad spirits. Sometimes I gotta look at it like it's not necessarily the the vessel. It is the demon that's inhabited these vessels. It's still annoying at times, and sometimes it does get to me and make me want to feel a certain way, go a certain way. But it's like you're not doing anything, but you're gonna make the comeback go harder. If I gotta fall just because a lot of people coming up against me, the comeback is gonna be immaculate. You know, these people find out where you at and try to sabotage anything you do, including this. That's why I say this is a message to the true supporters and the gangstalkers and the true supporters, the yin and the yang. I'm letting the gangstalkers know, as much as you keep stalking me, you think that you're gonna have some follow you home, and I'm not talking about no physical sense. You're gonna reap what you sow for bothering people that ain't meant to be bothered. I believe that, and I know it's gonna happen because it's happening now. When I spoke of description, when I'm speaking about these gang stalking, low life, low vibrational entities, because I've had certain experiences and I've seen people pull up on me or on the side of me or whatever and look at me all crazy. Some of them was considered white, a good portion of them. Some of them could be considered Oriental. Some of them be considered, black, African American. Some of them could be Hispanics, etc. When them evil spirits, they'll jump in your family member, probably your girlfriend, your dad, your father, your mother, your so-called friend. You got to be careful and understand the signs. And that's why I've been doing my due diligence, and I know I'm learning more patience and growing more thick skin to understand that these demons is hosting these gang stalking bodies, but they got to be low vibrational as it is. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. And even me forming weapons against myself, I have to understand I am my biggest enemy, as well as my biggest supporters. I broke it down like this because I wanted to be clear of who I'm talking about, so I see you. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna make me budge, move. You're not gonna do nothing at all. And whatever agencies or whatever, public service, whoever, everything you do is being seen and recorded. I just deleted 2 videos just because I felt like I'm gonna redo those videos where I can get a better mindset. I was just making a video at home, and all of a sudden some leakage or something happened, and then the people had to come out, so I had to pause that video. Come outside, people all in my face, riding by. Every time I hit a corner, go somewhere, they stop, cars, riding fast. I go somewhere trying to get a peace of mind. It's like I already understand all the signs. I'm gonna move when I'm ready to. I don't like these certain backgrounds. I'm trying to save up and do certain stuff so I can make changes and other moves. But the harder I'm trying to put my plan together, the harder these player-hating demons, working hard to try to sabotage everything one of the real ones have or going for themselves. It just gets so annoying sometimes. But again, like I said before, I have to really grow thicker skin and have more patience like I've been having, and understanding that this is spiritual. This is why everybody's not meant to go through this. This is why everybody's not chosen. This is why everybody's not selected and called. Because some people are just the extras in this movie. I really don't believe everybody are key players in this game we call life. Sometimes I get so tired of the hatred, man, and I be trying to show love. But I can't convince somebody that already got their mind set up and was raised certain ways and look at this a certain way and look at that a certain way. Because some of those people, they're not meant to change. They're meant to be exactly who they are. So let them gang stalk. Let them think you making somebody uncomfortable or doing whatever you think you're doing. All you're doing is making me stronger. All you're doing is making me more resilient. And that should be for anybody that's going through these same things. Because everything is not a coincidence. The Truman Show, like I spoke about before, and other things tell you exactly how all this stuff could be connected. You could be blackballed from this. People will try to stop you like they're doing now for making a living and doing this and doing that. That's spiritual war. That's manifesting in the physical. And bear with me this video, man. I just need to get some stuff off my mind. And like I said, for the ones I really appreciate it that's been sending the few positive messages that I've heard. Because trust me, man, the struggle is real. Shout out to my underdog immortals. Shout out to my, and it's females underdog immortals. Don't get it twisted. It's male underdog immortals. Anybody that feel like they're underdog. It's the rise of the underdog. It's the awakening of the bright ones. So I expect the hate, you know. But even sometimes I have to say, I have to look up into the skies and ask the universe to guide me. And I know that the archangels and everything is around. I don't care if a person think I'm talking crazy or not. You know, so it don't matter where you go, especially if you got familiar spirits. Gang stalking, the same thing. Gang stalking, them certain entities, they can only monitor you. They can't do nothing but watch you and monitor you. They can't do nothing. But you have higher demonic entities, you know, that might can or try to physically, mentally, spiritually attack you. And this is why the real ones is guided and guarded. But it's not going to come without strain, without frustration, without mental anxiety, without, you know, it just comes with a price. Once your eyes is woke, ain't no closing them. Some people then got they, you know, opened their eyes up, and now they want to close them, but it's too late. So I'm just rolling with the punches. You know, but it seems like I'm dealing with so much from so many different angles. And it gets frustrating, man. It really does. It gets a lot of pressure. It just gets to a point where I just be wanting to give up. But something in me just continues to tell me to fight, to keep going, that everything is going to be all right. Everything is going to be okay, even though it seemed like the opposite. I want you to know, if you're going through this and you can relate to these videos, keep going. That's the key word. Yes, a lot of times I see past them. But sometimes when they get so close to my face, I gotta stare them in the eyes. But they can't look at me too long. Especially if they're driving or whatever, then they just I ain't doing nothing I'm not supposed to do. So you can't say like I'm doing something to be watched or all this. No, it's annoyance. It's very annoying, to say the least. Just like these positions I'm overqualified for, more than qualified for. I'm supposed to have this position, I'm supposed to have this going, so I can build this and do that. And every time I put it into play, I get attacked more. Couldn't even get my internet for almost 2 or 3 months. Couple months back. It was a lot of different things happening to me. And I'm like, what is going on? What did I do to somebody? But I've been going through this. Honestly, I have. Way before I ever recorded a video or did anything. It's just heightened more. I feel like the more I'm growing in certain ways, the more I'm going to be attacked. They said new levels, new devils. So I do feel like I'm doing something right. But I definitely need, the higher powers to definitely guide me and protect me, because I be wanting to crash out sometimes. That warrior spirit be wanting me to just let it all loose, and I think that's what Satan's trying to do as well. Get you upset, get you in a state of, fight or flight, or make you make a dumb chess move, And like I said, for the true supporters, check out all of the short feeds if they're letting them play. I don't know how it's going. I tried to look at a few things. Certain other ones are playing. I don't never know what be going on sometimes. But that's why I say, man, this video's for the true supporters and the Gangstalkerz. You know who you are. But I ain't gonna drag this video so long. But I do want to say, again, for anybody that's going through these similar situations, you're not crazy, you're not delusional, and it's not a coincidence. You got people gang stalking you, ganging up to bother you and make you uncomfortable, and to even physically attack you. It depends on, the situation. Because trust me, I've had a few attempts in the past. And I don't even know these people, didn't do nothing to them. And that should tell you right there. I do believe I'm on the right path. But just gonna have to keep enduring until it's all said and done. Like I said, at this time, if I didn't need support, then I always needed support, just like I support a person. If I ain't got no monetary thing to give you, I just give you me. And if I'm giving you me and if that's not enough for you, then I don't know what else to say. Trust me, I've done a lot of things behind the scene, and I didn't pull out no camera. I've did more for others, in my opinion, than anybody's ever done for me. But I'm not crying, complaining about it or nothing. Because I didn't do it for recognition. I did it because I wanted to do it, and I felt like it was the right thing to do, as well as the bad choices I've made that I'm learning from. For anybody, like I said, it's not a coincidence. If you're going through this, leave a comment. Let me know how you feel. Some people may say I'm going through the dark night of the soul. If I said that correctly, I have to do my own due diligence. Sometimes I go through so much, I get sidetracked. I get frustrated. I get distracted. And that's nothing but the devil. I go out into the little bit of nature that's left, or try to just get a peace of mind, and here they come, and it's all by design. They supposed to be minding their business, walking their dog, doing whatever they do. They seem to be more concerned about what I'm doing. You are not alone, you know. You're definitely not alone. And you're probably more likely, if you're getting gang stalked and you know you're not doing nothing to be, you definitely a part of those ones. You know, they jealous. It's true. You don't really have to have nothing. So imagine when you do have, and you will have material gain, even though for them real ones, that's not the primary thing that we think of. You know, it's more to better our situation. Who don't want to live comfortably? Who wants to struggle? Who wants to not own nothing or have no generational wealth or anything like that? Nobody. And if you don't want nothing in life, then maybe you just okay with the simple things, and that's okay too. But I'm a strong believer that you have to leave something for the next generation. Because if you don't leave nothing, then they have nothing. Like we started from. Some people might have had a little things, and family might have been a little bit better off. But most of us, most people that come from these backgrounds, didn't have no type of generational nothing. Not no generational wealth, more like generational curses that we breaking with every verse. So yeah, just always understand, man, the struggle is real. As above, so below. You know, it's wars here, it's wars there, you know. It's a war even happening inside of you. You know, so if you're going through these things, just keep your head up. Like I said, meditation is important. Reading, writing, journaling, sun gazing, moon gazing, stargazing, long walks by yourself, or maybe even with a significant other, but mainly by yourself. Even watching a comedy show, laugh sometimes. You can't take everything serious, even through the gang stalking, even through the hating. Like, you can't take everything serious. That's what's gonna cause you to have a mental breakdown. You got to keep your sense of humor through all the BS. Your story not over, my story not over. You know, a lot of people, a lot of disagreeable beings are trying to keep you at a low vibrational state so they can keep having entities host your body. Demonic, you know. It is a war going on, seen and unseen. And that's why this journey is only for certain ones. Because other people or whoever would have already been gave up a long time ago, and you didn't. Every time I tap this, you know I'm talking to those real ones. You know who you are. You shine from afar. Your presence is the very essence of the source. And you can hear all the struggle and pain and powerfulness in your voice. Note to self. You know, so for them real supporters, keep supporting. Sharing this, caring. Share the vids, you know. Help me get the subs up more, you know. Leave the comments. I message back. As long as it's not an ignorant comment, then I'll reply. If it's something crazy, I'm not even gonna pay it no attention. But yeah, I know the road seems long. I know everything seems crazy, but things will get better. But I'm gonna end the video. Like, comment, and subscribe, share, turn on your post notifications. And if you like to support a growing channel, the link will be in the description. It's free to share, subscribe, and leave a comment. I'm out. It's triple. Oh, and yeah, I'll leave it for another vid.